Katie.
Hello.
Hi, it's so good to see you again.
You too.
Today I want to learn all about how you fell into or decided to start a business and what that journey has looked like for you.
Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it? I was in a corporate job. I was with the business for over 15 years. It was a long journey and progression through there, and then I had a baby and realised that life wasn't about chasing the career anymore, and it was about how can I be present at home. And yeah, I really struggled with my first baby. It was hard. It was so hard. That first one, full of anxiety and not knowing what you were doing. He didn't sleep, he had colic. There was a whole bunch of things that just made everything so difficult. And
Let's throw a business in the mix.
I know, true entrepreneur style, right?
Did you miss the transition from your pre-kid corporate career to your new life of being a mum?
Well, that is actually what helped me come up with the idea for my business, because I'd been with this business for 15 years and that became my identity.
Yeah.
And I kind of lost a bit of myself through that process, and then I was always busy, social all the time, and then I was at home with this baby and I realised that, you know, I'd lost a bit of my identity and I wanted to go out and find something where I could go and be myself. But I was in Melbourne. I'm from Perth. I've moved to Melbourne for my job, and we had no family over there to help look after my baby while I went and did something like that. And so I started looking, is there anything I can do where I can bring my baby with me? It's crying.
Is Billy in the background?
Billy is
your
having a
your
cry.
second child. And when you were looking for something you can do socially to bring your baby along, you were in Melbourne at the time, and did you find many options?
The only thing I could find was fitness related. So I actually gave that a go. It was a mum and bub fitness class, and I loved it because it gave me that, you know, that feeling where I'd done something for myself, that post-workout feel, which was so important to me. And so I ended up doing that 4 times a week because it was the only
4 times a
thing.
week, wow.
And I ended up becoming a trainer myself, and I brought that business over to Perth with me and started that up here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow, so interesting. And then you started connecting mums, which is how I've connected with you and have seen you with a very strong presence on social media, which is a lot of mums escape mindless scrolling time. So tell me all about that journey and how that started.
I ask mums, you know, when they come to a workshop, what's something you're struggling with at the moment? And probably at least 80% of them say their identity. And it's something that gets pushed on the back burner, and you're like, oh, well, this is my life now. And it doesn't mean you can't stop looking after yourself.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Yeah, but but mums do.
They do, and it's so sad because, well, it's good, but it's sad. The reason why it's good is because it just solidifies how important it is. We need to push that message about self-care, which we share that same message, and it's incredibly important. And so Connecting Mums started. Tell me what your very first Connecting Mums, well, tell me first what it is.
Yeah.
The business model.
Yeah, so Connecting Mums is about bringing self-care to mums through an activity, whatever that might be, and we make sure we do it in like a judgment-free environment. Everyone's welcome. There's no judgment to the mums that come. You can come in your PJs if you want.
You can come without a baby, which is what I've done.
Mums come without babies. They do the school drop-off and then come and do something for themselves in the morning. But yeah, we run workshops for mum self-care. So they do an activity for themselves, like we do a paint and sip, non-alcoholic style, of course. We do craft workshops. We've done polymer clay, macrame.
So your creative side, you get to showcase that with your workshops. And what have you found challenging about running a business, which I imagine is also full-time, equally full-time with being a mum?
I think with events, a lot of people see the event itself, those 2 hours of the actual event, but they don't see all the work that goes into it either side. So all the pre-work, the setup, the promotions, the social media, the admin side. There's a lot of build up to the event itself.
I can imagine that is just by doing the baby expos, I can totally imagine the prep work and behind the scenes work that is involved. So yeah, you really do get a lot out of going to these events. How can mums join Connecting Mums? Is it a subscription? Is it event tickets sold? How can they get in with this amazing business you run?
So we do ticket releases generally once a month. We'll have a different type of workshop each month. Yeah, we try and go north, south and central. So yeah, follow us on Instagram at Connecting Mums, and we will, that's how I found you. And we let everyone know when the tickets are available. We do a VIP release to anyone on our mailing list, so they get first dibs on tickets, and if there's any left, then they go on sale to the public.
Awesome, love it. So just so grateful to have connected with you.
Same.
And I only know you've got some amazing things. I can only imagine you've got some big things in store. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's been lovely.